Hey Queenies, it's Bryony Rose here and welcome back to my channel. So this is a new series with me and my best friend Lewis called The Stagey Show.
Welcome to The Stagey Show.
So you may have actually watched it already because we've been on stereo and we've been on Instagram stories. But today we are now on YouTube platform for all of you lovely people to watch. So what's The Stagey Show about?
Well, The Stagey Show, let me tell you at home. The Stagey Show is a platform where we talk about different shows every week, and we kind of talk about how we got into them, what we like about them, favourite songs, favourite moments, and just things like that really. Why we think they might have a hype, why they might not have the hype they deserve, and that is about it really. Am I missing anything? Or is that, that's usually what we talk about?
Yeah, pretty much. We love a bit of theatre news. We love like diving into individual musicals, and it's just been so much fun. So we thought we'd bring it to the YouTube platform because a lot of you are on here. So yeah, are you a Stagey stan?
Or are you a theatre fanatic?
Or simply a musical maniac? Then you're in for a treat.
In for a treat. We've not done that intro in so long.
You can tell me and Lewis are like the most chaotic people because we don't prep anything.
Massive chaos. We're like, should we prep the like that? Let's not.
We'll just go for it.
We'll just go for it.
So yeah, welcome.
But you've come to the right place. Welcome to
The
Stagey Show.
So yeah, so this is our first episode over on YouTube. So we thought instead of diving into an individual musical, we'll talk about the latest theatre news because there's been so many.
Yes, definitely. Obviously, a lot of stuff has happened in the past month, past few weeks, because theatres are obviously opening back up in literally, what is it, like, in less than 2 weeks, they're going to be open again, which is mind-boggling to me. Like, in less than 2 weeks, isn't 6 reopening?
Yeah, 6 reopens on the 21st of May. So Friday.
That is mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Absolutely mind-boggling.
Shaftesbury Avenue yesterday, and I was just thinking, like, I was looking in the theatre thinking, oh my gosh, like, this is going to be back open in, like, hardly any time. Like, it has come around quite quickly.
Definitely. And I think it's just so exciting that things are opening up again, and of course we're getting so many great announcements for shows. Like, we're getting cast announcements, show announcements, different kinds of things. So we thought this week obviously we would give you a bit of the theatre news that's been going on. Obviously I think one of the most anticipated new musicals that's opening is of course Andrew Lloyd Webber's Cinderella, which has just announced its cast. Which, have you seen the casting for that, Bryony? Because it's a little bit tasty.
It is incredible. So obviously we've only really got a little sneak peek of Carrie Hope Fletcher. She sung a few of like the iconic songs from the show, but we've not really known that much more about it. So it's been really cool to get like a full cast list. We've got obviously Laura Baldwin from Waitress, who I'm familiar with, and just so many other like incredible. Even
Lauren Byrne, who was in Six as Jane Seymour, she's going to be on the ensemble. And there's plenty of other people. Victoria Hamilton Barrett, who was in Death of a Salesman, if anyone likes plays. She did a show called Murder Ballad, which was on at the Arts Theatre before Six went there. And she's cracking. She's got such a beautiful like voice. And there's just so many West End stars that you may have heard of before that are going to be in the show, and it's just looks incredible. And I think, don't quote me on this, but I think the album for the show comes out at the end of the month.
Ooh!
I think so, like a concept album. I'm not too sure, don't quote me on that, but I think it does.
Well, I'm always someone, I never know if I want to go and like listen to the album before I see the show. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Most musicals I've seen, I've just gone and seen it first because I don't know, I feel like it ruins the like magic of hearing the songs for the first time.
For sure.
So maybe I'll wait before I listen to it.
So with the announcement of Lauren Byrne going into Andrew Lloyd Webber's Cinderella, it means that she's had to leave the Six musical UK tour, which means we've had some new additions to the UK tour. So obviously we have Caitlin Tippin going in as Jane Seymour, and she was in one of the cruises, right, Bryony?
Yeah, completely. She was in one of the cruise casts, so she's already familiar with that role. So we're excited to see what she brings to the tour cast.
And we also have Natalie Pilkington, who is going to be one of the super swings in the show. And she also was on cruise, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, I think it's really nice that they've like reused. I don't mean that rudely, but like they've reused cast from before, because I think, especially because they're already trained, they know that role really well. And like Natalie did cover anyway when she was doing a cruise. That I think it's really nice for them to have an opportunity to then tour and actually do a full run. So yeah, I'm really excited to see as well what she brings, and hopefully that I can go and see her when she's on.
Yeah. And we've also got the newcomer, which is Elena. I hope I'm saying her name right. Elena Giassi, who is playing Parr. Who, anyone who knows me knows that is my favourite role in the show. I love Catherine Parr so much. I love her song. It's Chef's Kiss. And then finally, who else is joining the cast, Bryony? Let us know. Who is it?
It's an absolute classic, VICKI MANSER. I think every single person who clicked on that post, jaw literally dropped, because it's always this thing that we kind of joke about in the queendom, like once a queen, always a queen, like you don't really leave.
Yeah.
And like VICKI literally, when she left, she's left quite a few times at this point, but she left and then she literally got called on like 6 days later to cover, and then we were like, okay, that's probably her last show, and now she's back on tour as Kate Howard. We're really excited to see if she has a new costume, because I think she has the old Howard costume. And I think she'll bring so much energy and amazing like charisma and just like so much bubbliness to the the cast, the tour cast. I'm really excited to see what she brings, and just to see her again. I thought the last time I saw her would be the last time, and clearly it's not.
It's always the case with Six. Like even when Maya went on in Manchester, Six are always putting it out there. They've always got a little trick up the sleeve. They're always like, ooh. So obviously with the Queens going on to Pastures New, doing new projects, doing fun new little things. Obviously we've got a new girl group on the scene, which are made up of the 7 original queens of Six, and it's a girl band called Seven. It's spelled SBN. They've dropped the vowels, and it's really fun and fresh, unique, fun, cool. And they did their second, maybe third, live performance as a girl group yesterday. Well, I feel like as an officially like formed girl group, obviously they've performed before, but I think this is since they've officially become like known as the girl group, and they debuted their first 2 original songs, which were Stars and Woman, I believe. Let us know in the comments if it's different, because it could be, I don't know. But yes, and I really wish I was there, Bryony, and I know we were just talking earlier about how we wish we were there, because I love them. I love all of them. I love each and every one of the original queens, and it would have been just so fun to be there.
I think like I was really like lucky enough to see their performance, like the reunion performance they did a few months ago, and I just remember obviously that was like in person, like watching it and just being absolutely blown away. Like they work really well together, like you can just tell their chemistry, and like their just voices work really well, and I was like, oh my gosh, like they could really make a really great girl group. So I'm really happy to see them debut some new songs, and I'm gutted I couldn't be there yesterday, because I think they would have absolutely smashed it. Although I have seen some little videos and it does look absolutely incredible.
I loved all of their unison kind of like looks with like the flames, I think it was, or like the red like looks, and then they had like a look where they like wore bits of pink and stuff, and I really loved that. And that was really fun.
They've done some really amazing photo shoots, like obviously Danny with a camera for taking those, but I love the ones that they did. They had like some light kind of sabers. They did one like that, and I love the one where they're all lying on the floor. And like looking up, I just think it just works really well, and I genuinely can see them going quite far as a group. So yeah, definitely, which is really exciting, and I can't wait. Hopefully, they drop the songs onto streaming platforms so we can all listen to it soon, which I'm sure they probably are. On the topic of like, obviously, there's a new girl group, Seven. And obviously 7 is about 6. They're kind of going back to 6. You know, this whole thing seems to be about 6. Obviously, the main Jodie Steele played Catherine Howard on the tour, and now has been replaced by VICKI. but she used to be in Heathers, and it's just recently been announced that Heathers is making a revival. It's coming back to London. It's in a tour and a West End production. It's literally crazy. I'm like, what the hell? You just dropped all this news on us like that. And so far, we don't actually have a cast for the West End production. So who knows? Maybe Jodie's making a little cheeky appearance back again. But we do have an amazing cast for the tour. It includes some incredible new voices, and I just think it's really nice to have some new up-and-coming fresh talent. So yeah.
Definitely. It's very exciting to see 2020 graduates, 2019 graduates, making their mark on the industry, and it's very exciting to see that they haven't, been forgotten. As someone who is a 2020 graduate from drama school, it's very exciting to see new faces going into these shows. So much so that we've got these casting announcements that we've had from Phantom of the Opera, which are featuring these new graduates, even Andrew Lloyd Webber's Cinderella. But going back to Phantom of the Opera just for a moment, it's also been announced that Lucy St. Louis is going to be playing Christine Daae, and she'll be the first person of colour to play the role, which is so exciting. And I think it's just what we need right now. It's so great to see that the industry is changing in such a positive way. Even so with the Beauty and the Beast casting announcement, which I'm sure you've probably seen. We've got another 6 alumni going into that show. We've got Miss Courtney Stapleton going in to play Belle, which is just so exciting. Like, the amount of kids out there that don't see themselves, as any other Disney princess other than Tiana, they will now be able to see themselves as Belle as well. And, it kind of breaks down them barriers for kids and young adults to see themselves on stage. And even so with that, the Beast is being played by a person of colour as well. So it's incredible just to see that we've got diversity in shows again, which is really nice. Even like on Broadway, pioneering for there to be more inclusivity within theatre is especially what we need. And obviously with at the moment with Broadway, I think Broadway's meant to be, I think New York have said that the state hopes that a lot of things will be open by, I think they even said the end of May, but I don't want to be quoted on that. But a lot of Broadway shows, I think, have said that they won't be able to open until autumn time, I believe it is. Because I think a lot of these productions can only be open if they've got a 6-foot gap in between people. So I'm not too sure what is happening on the Broadway thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, we definitely didn't think when we went to New York that would be like the last summer of being able to go to theatre.
For real.
Like, it wasn't until after that things shut.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It wasn't long, was it? No. Me realising how long we've been in this panini for, and I'm like,
we've been in panini for way too long. This panini is starting to get too burned. It's like Subway toasts your paninis, your sandwiches. Feels like we've been in the toaster too long now.
Yeah. They're too preoccupied with another sub, and I'm in the other line. And with new show announcements, we also have the cast announcement for the Waitress UK Tour, which, you know me, I love a bit of Waitress, and I think the last time I saw Waitress might have been with Bryony. I wouldn't be surprised. When did we see it? When did we see it that time?
It was like November of 2019.
I saw it a little after that, but one of the last times that I saw it was with you. And Sandra Marvin and Lucy Jones were both in it when we went to go and see it, and they're reprising their roles in the tour as Jenna and Becky. And obviously we've got Evelyn Hoskins, who's going to be returning to the show in the tour as
Dawn.
Dawn, there we go. I'm having such a brain fart. I can't remember the characters, the names. And Dr. Pomatter is going to be played by Matt Willis, which is very, very exciting. And we've got a couple of returning ensemble members, which is really fun as well. And there's a 2020 graduate in there as well, which is also very exciting. So obviously there's that as well.
Yeah, really fun. And it's their tour. One of their locations is Wimbledon Theatre, so it's actually not too far away from central London. So still a nice way for a fan of the show, but you don't travel too far to go and see it.
So I'll be going there to see it. That's where I'm going to be going.
Yeah, sugar, butter, flour.
Sugar, butter, flour.
So hope you enjoyed the Stagey Show with Bryony Rose and
Lewis Snow.
You can follow us on our socials down below. Make sure you subscribe to Lewis's YouTube channel as well as his socials. And
make sure to follow the Stagey Show on Instagram and Twitter at The Stagey Show, which is also linked below, so you can go and find that there. And also our titles up here. So yes, we hope you enjoyed it. We hope you had a fun time getting to know us if you don't know us already. And as our kind of like reintroductory video, we hope to be bringing you this weekly.
My face is ripping off the wall.
Adrian Mole said, I'm out of here. Adrian Mole said, I'm getting out. Adrian Mole said, look, I'm getting out of here.
Bye!